Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Messy Craft Desk. I hope you're all having a great Saturday. I am just sitting here crafting a little bit, I had thought of some things that I wanted, and so I'm just trying to create them. I want a butterfly girl, and so I am trying to create one. I did create one, but I made it too big because I wanted this size to fit in this size book, because I will be doing lots of books and stuff this size. I already have my template. I don't want to change the size that I'm doing. And so I want to make a butterfly girl to fit inside this book or on this size pages. And I've got her barely meeting the criteria. She could go a little bit smaller, so that's probably what I'm going to do, is try to make her a little bit smaller. And then, so I have some little art foamy heads, and so I like butterflies. I mean, okay, let me just tell you about some. I like everything, okay? There's pretty much nothing I don't like, okay? I'm not fond about snakes, but my youngest son Elijah did have pet snakes growing up, so I can tolerate them. I just don't like them. I'm not fond of them at all. But I love everything. Like, everything's my favorite, okay? Anything you have, I'm like, oh, that's my favorite. I love that. That's just the way I am. I love everything. And so I was just thinking some butterfly girls would be really cute to go in my spring book or any other book that I end up making, you know? And so I had this head. I think this head was designed by, I don't know if this was KP's head or Megan's head from the Art Foamies Calendar Girls. And so I just thought that would be cute to make like a moth girl, but it's a butterfly body. And then I went through and just because she was a moth. She was a moth girl in the Calendar Girls. And that's why she's got the moth head. And there's one that's a bee head. Here's the one that's a bee. She has a bit of a bee head, so that would be cute. I know you can't see that too well, but you will when I stamp them out. And then there's some that's just got, cute little hairdos that would be so cute as a little moth girl. There's one here that could be a ballerina. I don't know where it went. It's somewhere up here, because I just pulled all those heads out. I pulled out 12 heads over here. And then I have a bunch more heads that's not them, over here, that I think would be about the right size too. Yeah. So any of those are going to work. Probably not these three, because they're a little larger. But I could see any of these heads just being beautiful butterfly girls. Oh yeah. See all these little heads over here. Now these aren't Calendar Girl heads. These are some heads that are retiring this month. It was a whole set. It was a whole set that came in this of heads that are retiring this month. And so I had actually jumped on that before I knew they were retiring, because I saw so much potential with these. And then after I ordered them, it came up that, hey, those are retiring. I was just like, oh, didn't I order them at the right time? And there's two more. I had to reach across you, so I just paused it for a minute. And then there's two more, and these are all these are different little faces. And so I'm going to be making butterfly girls like crazy, okay? Let's just be honest. Or any kind of insects, like moth or a bee. Any kind of little insects, and give it like a lady head, a girl head, a human head. I love stuff like that. I do. I can't help it. And so that's what I'm working on today. But I think I need to get this a little tiny bit smaller, just because I don't want it to hang off the page too much. I don't want it right on the edge of the page. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to trim it down a little. But I still want it proportioned, you know, correctly for the head. Okay, this one needs to curve up a little better. Let me see what I can't do with that. Let's see. I don't know why this side ends up pointed. Okay, because I started back here. Alright. So yeah, I'm just creating today and having, you know, just a little fun time at my desk. I do need to go out to Walmart and pick up my prescriptions, which I'm not, anxiously crazy about going and doing. Walmart will not deliver a lot of our prescriptions because I have liquid prescriptions and refrigerated meds, and they don't deliver those. So I know some people are going to say they'll deliver them. I wish. We do everything the hard way. Hadn't I told y'all that? If there's an easy way or a hard way to do it, we're going to do it the hard way. I already told you all that. Not on purpose. You know that saying that a few years ago, it came out, do hard things? We only do hard things around here. Okay? We don't do anything easy. Oh, goodness. Just kidding. But, it is funny sometimes, we know all about hard things, because that's the only way we do things. So, I'm going to try to cut this out again. Just trying to get my size down, I think I'll be happy with this. And I think it'll still be, proportioned well enough. I'm trying to get this where I can cut a little bit better. Okay, I got some questions. Several people mentioned the Brothers Scanning Cut. Now, that thing is pricey, so I want to make sure if I, keep having yarn sales and sell yarn, and I'm able to purchase one of those. Now, I looked at them online, and they're pricey. I did find one, under $400 that, if I sell enough yarn that I could obtain. Okay, so, but I want to make sure, even at $400, that's a lot of money to spend on something. I want to make sure and I understand that thing will work for me. Because I don't want to buy it and then it be, very complicated to use, or it doesn't do what I'm thinking it's going to do. So, are y'all saying, if you have one, I'd really like to know more about it. But are y'all saying that if I had this Brothers Scanning Cut, that I could take a piece of paper, okay, let's just pull this one over. I still have not finished playing with my, hand designs. I did turn that one into a peacock, and she has a crown on. And then I did a bird and a, heron. I think it's a heron. Anyway, okay. So are y'all saying that I could trace around these with my Sharpie marker? I have a page where I just trace stuff all over and fill the page up. And then I would put this in some kind of scanner that's on the machine, scan the page, and then put my paper on a mat that comes with the machine, I guess, and put my paper on the mat and the mat into the machine, and it will carry it in there, and it will cut all my objects out, no matter which way they're facing, angled, or whatever. Now, is that what y'all are saying? Yes or no? Also, can I already have them colored in like this? Or painted with watercolor and it cut them out? Because honestly, when you have something that's already cut out, it's kind of hard to paint on it or color it in. It's easier to do it while it's still on a full page like this. So, somebody give me some feedback on that. Like I said, I do not want to purchase that expensive thing and then find out I can't use it. I looked them up on Amazon, and like I said, I saw where there's like, my goodness, you can go on up to about $800, and I don't know what all came with that one. I was just kind of looking at prices going, nope, 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 nope. And then I saw one that was, actually it's on sale right now, but by the time I get ready to buy it, it probably won't be. But it was on sale for like right at $400. It was a little under $400. And so I was like, okay, I could do that if I, have a good yarn sale. That could be one of my goals. Okay, so, and I don't know, I don't know what's the difference in all the pricing. I just want simple, something simple, easy to work. So somebody give me some feedback on that, please. I appreciate it. And speaking of the yarn sales, I am still waiting on 2 people to email me. And somebody asked, why are we emailing you? You don't need to. Please don't unless you really need to. There was 2 people, though, that do need to email me to give me their email. I can't send you an invoice until I get your email. So you need to email me telling me your name, your address, mailing address, your email address, and what bags you purchased in the yarn sale. And the 2 I'm waiting to hear from is Suzanne and Crochet for Fun. Suzanne got 1 bag. Crochet for Fun got 2 bags. Now, we're very laid back here. We're not in like a huge rush where somebody has to email and pay within 10 hours or whatever, But it has been a little long, so I'm, wondering if they still want it. And it may be that they decided against it, and that's okay. You can just email me and let me know. We totally understand life happens, things happen. Maybe you realized, oh, I didn't need to, spend that extra money this week. And that's okay. Just let us know. But I'll give it a little more time. And then probably when we have the next yarn sale, we'll just throw those bags back into the pile to, go again. No big deal. No worries. We totally understand life happens. Because let me tell you, life happens in our house every day. Some days I'll be thinking, oh, this is what happened to me just this week. Okay, I thought I was fixing to order groceries. And Big Daddy had asked me, he said, are you going to order groceries? And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, because he hadn't had anything to take for lunch at work. And so I was like, yeah, I will. Let me do that. And so something just told me to go and look. Care, that's the company that I get my oxygen from. I get my little tanks from, and I get my my big thing that's, I still gotta go in and cut on this line. My big tanks from, my oxygen tanks that I carry out of the house with me, and my thing that plugs in the wall, the oxygen thing in there, parked on the floor by my chair. So, they had told me, and I was totally shocked. Like, when I first got that, they come and set it up, and nobody went over payments or anything like that with me. And so I was like, okay, how much is this gonna, cost? Okay, so I called and asked, and then somebody had to call me back, and she was like, okay, I'm calling to let you know how much this is gonna be per month. And I was like, okay, thank you, you know. And she said, 24. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it could be like $2,400 a month. I can't do that. I'm just going to die. And then she goes, $24 a month. And I was like, really? Okay. I mean, I've never had anything to come across, any bills to come across cheap, you know. So it was, threw me for a loop there. I was like, gladly. And I gave her my debit card number, and she went ahead and charged me right then. No big deal, okay? And then I guess she did a couple more times. She just did on my debit card, you know, the $24. I expected it. Okay. So then I guess in January or February 1, I'm not sure. They text Big Daddy's phone, and I don't know why they didn't do mine, but somehow or another they have his phone number, and they text him and said that we owed $109. And so he forwarded the text to me and said, why are they texting me? And I'm like, I don't know, but I'll call them. So I called them. I was like, well, my question was, well, why didn't they just go ahead and charge it or whatever? They have my card on, file. And also, I was wondering, what happened to the $24.99 or something, or $24, whatever it was. Okay, so then I called, and you know how hard it is to get a human on the line? It is very hard. It's very hard. It really is. I never could get a human on the line, and so I gave up after a while. And I was trying to just mash like 000 or not mash anything at all and just hang there and see if a human would come to the phone, mash and pound. You know, I called back several times trying to get a human on the phone different ways, and it wasn't working out for me. And so anyway, the next day, they just ran it through. I noticed it ran through on our bank account. And I was like, okay, well, you know, I had it. Glad that they finally just ran it through then instead of like just, you know, acting like I'm not paying my bill. Okay, so then, I don't know if that was January or February. I'm not sure. Oh, it was February. I have it wrote down right here in my book. February the 13th, they ran the $109. Okay, all is well. So I'm, you know, doing the groceries, and then I just thought, let me just check our account just to make, you know, I don't know why, something just told me to check it. So March the 13th, they took out $218. And I was just like, what? That's a long way from that $24 we initially talked about. And then, I mean, I have it wrote down right here, you know, February the 13th, $109, March the 13th, $218. And I'm just like, well, how's that working there? And so Paige was here, and we were trying to figure out when's the last time they came and swapped out tanks. And we think that was in early January. Okay, I don't, you know, go a lot of places, so the tanks that they've brought me have lasted. I think I'm about to just have to get them to come out and swap out some of those tanks probably before my Shreveport trip. Okay, so anyway, saying all that to say that they just threw that in there, and I wasn't expecting that $218 to come out. So I understand life happens, okay? I'm just saying all that to say, sometimes stuff like that happens, and then you realize, oh, I shouldn't have got that yarn. I'm not going to be able to pay for that right now. And that's perfectly fine. Just tell me, you know. Life, you know, like I've said, life happens. And if it is that you bought it and you need to wait till payday, that's fine too. Just let me know so I don't throw it back into the yarn pile, the bags of yarn to resell. So it's okay. And I'm just talking to you guys like I'm like you're my friends, right? Because you are. And so I don't want anybody coming on here saying, well, if you didn't buy art supplies, you could pay that. I paid it, sister. I paid it. I'm just talking to you like you're my friend, just telling you that that happened. You know, it's like I might complain about how much the milk is at the Walmart, but I'm still going to buy the milk. All right, so we're just talking friends here. I'm not saying I had to pay that and I can't pay my bills, or because people always want to say that if you didn't buy art supplies, you know, whatever. Believe me, trust me, I'm paying my things. But I would like to say this: when people say that, I'm like, I don't argue with people, you know, but sometimes I do think, well, maybe if I didn't pay Paige, my sitter who comes and does my stuff, maybe if I didn't buy my formula, maybe if I didn't buy my split gauze that goes around my tubes, maybe if I didn't, you know, pay all those co-pays to see all these doctors, maybe if I didn't pay the $75 co-pays, you know, 4 or 5 times, 6 times a month, maybe if I didn't pay all that. I mean, people act like, oh, I'm broke because of art supplies. Honey, I'm broke because of my medical bills. I mean, it's so funny what people want to jump in and say. And people say, y'all don't need to go out to eat. Well, no, Big Daddy does a lot for me. He does a lot for me. And if that man wants to go out to eat after working all day long, this woman's going to get her shoes on and go. Because he deserves it. He works hard. And keep in mind, and I'm not saying anything is wrong with it, because I'd sign up if I could, but I'm not on any kind of, I'm not on Medicaid or disability or anything like that. Everything we pay for, we worked for that money, sister. We're not on Medicaid or Medicare or anything like that. Now, I'm not knocking it, because if I could sign up for it, I'd sign up for it. So if you're on it, don't think that I'm putting that down, because I'm not. I just don't qualify. And yeah, I know that you look at my hands and you say, oh, but you are disabled. You can get that. But no, you can't. You had to have worked and paid in, which I did not, because we chose to for me to be home with our children and homeschool them, and that was just a personal sacrifice that we made. And I can't get SSI because Big Daddy does work. So anyway, people like to jump in and say things, but when they don't know what they're talking about. So I thought I would just clear that up so you didn't have to worry your little self to send me a message or to comment things about what we should and shouldn't do with our money. But yeah, I wasn't expecting that $218, so I realized things like that happen. And I just only told that story just to say, if something like that happened and you decided you can't get the yarn, it's okay. It's okay. We're humans. We have things like that happen too. All right, I don't went on that long enough. But I just wanted everybody to know that we understand. So, we are going to do another yarn sale, but we're trying to get this set fully taken care of. We're wrapping it up and getting this all done, and then we'll do another one. And I'll just go ahead and say this again in case anybody missed it, but there's going to be lots of yarn sales, so nobody missed a yarn sale. I know some people were thinking, you know, kind of a little bit upset that they missed it, but there's going to be more, okay? And like I said, one of the yarn sales, I'm thinking about taking that money and investing it in the Brother Scanning Cut, the cheaper version of it or something. I don't know. I need to learn more about it, because I don't want to buy it and then find out, oh, it's too complicated or whatever. I do have a Cricut machine. I don't know which one. I don't know which one, but I just wonder if it could be done with that. But also, I don't know how to use my Cricut machine. So, I doubt I could do it. Somebody would have to like walk me through it several times, showing me what to do, and then let me do it with them watching me do it, and see that I could even do it correctly, you know, if it could possibly even be done with a Cricut machine. But I am wondering about that, because I want to do something where I can, if that would help me. This isn't going on that page, but I just want to see that it fits. I've got it in the right size. The only thing is, it would need to turn a little because of these holes. Definitely want to hole punch it before I would glue it in there. I'm scared if I go down any more that it's going to not be proportioned, and I am going to round these off a little more. I'm not happy about that, but I'm trying to make my template of these. Okay, let me put my little notebook back over here. I have this little notebook I picked up at Dollar Tree. It's just notes, and I'll fill notebooks up like this quickly, because I'll write down anything somebody calls and tells me, like appointments or things. I wrote all of our stuff down in here about the yarn sales, and you know, I'll just keep up with this until it's full, and then I have to change notebooks. But I have to write everything down because I don't remember stuff. Alright, so on this, I'm not trying to trace the head. I'm just trying to trace this body and perfect it to fit, you know, in my template. I'm trying to make me a template, is what I'm trying to say. Like a stencil, like. I'm not happy with the top of those wings, but I'm going to work on it before I get this one done, so it will be my template. But I thought this would be a cute idea. And like I said, I'm going to try to round these off a little more. And they don't have to be perfectly even or anything like that. I'm just trying to round it off. I think I would like that. So, I'm going to trace that out. And this hopefully would end up being my template. I might have to find another piece of cardboard or something to trace this on, since it's going to be my tracing template, and I want it to last, you know. I got going fast on that. Got brave. I think I like that. I think that's perfect. So now I can cut this out. Yep, now I will cut this out, and that is my new template. And I had some scissors. Oh yeah. When I'm cutting things out, I just like to cut out the excess so I don't have more paper to deal with than I need to. And then I have this little piece of paper that I can do something with. Alright. So, now I can come back and trim this up. So, I'm going to make some butterfly girls, and just kind of enjoy doing that. I would like to draw these out and just put a bunch of different heads on it, and then, you know, they'll all have different personalities per se. Different looks and different colors and all that kind of stuff, you know. And sometimes I might divide these wings up, make different little sections to be different colors and all. Give one stained glass wings, I don't know. I've been up since about 4 this morning. I kept trying to go back to sleep, but I just never could. And just sat there in my chair, watched some stuff on my tablet, and then looked at my phone a little bit. And then Big Daddy finally got up, so I got on up with him, and we just hadn't been doing too much of nothing. He fixed lunch. And he's 8 now, so we might get dressed and ride to Walmart, the little Walmart. We call that the small mart. So we might ride up to the small mart and pick up my prescriptions. Well, I say might, we will. I'm just not in a hurry. They're open till 7. They're open till 7, so I don't feel like we gotta be in some big, super duper hurry go do that. I need a art foamy stamp of just this shape. Hint, hint. Oh, goodness. Anyway, or I could, like if I had that scanning cut, well, again, I don't really want it to cut things out before I could color them in or decorate them, you know, and stamp on the head and all that kind of stuff, because I'd still have to cut the head out, and it's harder to decorate after you cut it out. It would be harder to watercolor paint them and stuff like that. And I can see these butterfly bodies painting up, if I did this on watercolor paper, painting up and looking really pretty. I'm going to do some with some alcohol markers today, because that's what I got right here with me. Oh, the metallic watercolors. And then remember, I got that metallic acrylic in too. So if I did these on heavier paper, this cardstock's kind of heavy, which I need to get another packet of cardstock too. I'm going through paper. But that's what I do. And Big Daddy had an idea for me, so I'm going to do that. I have a art book. It's like a pad of, I think it's mixed media, that I got at Five Below, so it was $5 for a spiral bound, and it has a cute cover on it. I think one of them looks, it reminded me of crochet squares, granny squares. I think I'm going to take those books, or take one, I have one, and I'm going to get all my art foamies and sit down on my ink and just stamp out all my art foamies into that book. And so I just have pages of my art foamies, not colored in or anything, just black and white. Big Daddy came up with that idea, and he said that way you'll be able to, when you're looking for something, you can just flip through those pages and say, oh, this would go with this theme that I'm doing here, or that would work with this, you know. And so I thought it was a good idea. So once in a while he comes up with good ideas. See, he's good for something. But yeah, that would be good. So I'm going to sit down and do that one day here soonish. Soonish means not right now and not tomorrow. But who knows when I'm going to do it. It'll be soonish. I just have a lot of other things that need my attention too. And thankfully Big Daddy is tending to all this yarn stuff. He and Erica are pretty much tending to that. So I'm on their schedule, doing what, you know, when they say to do the next thing. So I don't know when the next yarn sale is going to be and stuff because I hadn't been told yet. I have not been told, but I'll try to give a day's notice or something. Okay, so that's my shape. It's not symmetrical, but you know what? I'm not symmetrical either. Did y'all notice I wasn't symmetrical? I don't know if anybody noticed that or not. But I'm not symmetrical, and therefore, I'm not really into symmetrical things anymore. Used to, yeah. I would, kind of, like, maybe many years ago. But, I'm not symmetrical anymore. I'm just going to try to round this off without really... I'm going to put Phoebe out. Had to let Phoebe go out to potty. She will not get out of her bed, during, you know, in the mornings until she's ready to go potty. If I try to get her out, she's like, she just growls at me and lets me know she is not ready to get up. And so, if I was going somewhere, I would just pick her up and make her go outside. But since I'm here, I just let her sleep in and be lazy. But when she gets up, I'm like, okay, you gotta go now. Alright, so anyway, I think she is cute. I love her. I like the body. Okay, and so this one is one that, you know, I trimmed down as much as I could. Now this little part's the tail, and that's where the heads will go. So this will fit in. It takes up the whole page, but it will fit in my art journal pages here. Okay, so then I'm going to take my what do you call this paper? Cardstock. Yeah, I need to put that on a list somewhere because I need to get some more cardstock. Mixed media paper or something like that. Water, I use a lot of watercolor paper, mixed media paper, and such. Oh, I messed it up. I'm probably going to have to start clamping stuff together. I do have my little clamps over here. I could have used them, but I get brave. I get brave sometimes, and since these are hand cut out, they will be different every time. They probably won't be the exact same shape every time because I am cutting them out by hand, tracing them with a Sharpie, and their shapes is going to change every now and then. You know, slightly. And it's okay. And then let's see. So I gave this one that head. I want to do one with like, I mean, there's just so many different ones. And she has some beautiful hair. There's just so many very, very cute ones. That's the moth head that I just did. She's a cutie. That's the bee head. I want to definitely use that. There was a ballerina one. Yeah, I mean, she has a bun on the head. That's why I call it a ballerina head one. She's really cute, too. I mean, they're all cute. I'm going to have to make all of them. I got to do 12. Yeah. That's what I'm doing today, is 12 of these, in case you didn't know. So, where is the moth one? This is it. So, I'm going to put the moth one over here, because it's done. And so, one day I'm going to come back and show you all of these, so you can see that I did all 12, and how they turned out. Okay, scissors I need on this side. I try to keep things on the right side of my body for the time being. We all know that's going to change, most likely. There's still hope. If you missed yesterday's video, I think it was a good one. So, go back and check out Friday's video. It was hand art, maybe, something like that. Okay. Now Phoebe's outside crying. Let me go let her in. Oh, isn't she a cutie? I like her. Just so you can see, you know, like they're all going to look different and have different personalities and colors and just look like different characters. Alright, I had to let Phoebe back in, and I gave her some food real quick, and it was obviously not the food she wanted. She was not happy about it. I have to tell you all how she does when Paige comes. Okay, so Paige said this, she said, she thinks I'm her personal assistant. And she does. So when Paige comes, Phoebe starts just howling and carrying on. She's so excited when Paige gets here. And Paige usually, you know, puts her out to go potty. And then she comes in and, okay, Paige will go fix me like some chicken broth or whatever it is I'm, you know, having. And Phoebe comes in there and sits on the floor at my feet on the blanket that's, you know, touching the floor. Phoebe comes and sits right there. And she keeps looking at me like, she's coming, she's going to bring us something. And then Phoebe will get up and go walk over to the doorway and howl at Paige and then come sit back down and look up at me like, she's coming, she's coming. And she'll just do that over and over. And so Paige will bring me my bowl and stuff. And then she has to go back and get Phoebe something. Whether she gets Phoebe some dog food. And Phoebe has 3 different dog foods that she likes. And if you don't pick the right one that she wanted that day, then she's not going to eat it. She's upset because you didn't get the right one. So, yeah, she's a little diva there. And then, so then Paige, you know, go get her something and put it on a bowl or a paper plate or something and bring it and put it down next to me so Phoebe thinks that me and her are getting the same thing. And she'll eat that way a lot of times. And so it is just really, she's spoiled. She is spoiled, and we just have to do things that way for my spoiled baby, because I can't help it that we spoiled her. I'm going to have to say, I think 2, even if I did it this way, I'm only going to get 2 on there. And I didn't think about how I was turning my paper earlier. But, anyway, sometimes, you know, she'll cook an egg for Phoebe and such. So, yeah, Phoebe's very spoiled. And so on the days Paige don't come, Phoebe don't want to get up. I think she is waiting on Paige before she, you know, wants to get up. So there we have another body. And I've got 2 heads done. So let's try this one. we're almost at an hour. I know some people like short videos, some people like long videos. I think I'm just going to keep going and do some more of these. Maybe I'll pause it and do some and then come back. What do y'all guys think? I know you can't answer me. Yes, and so her hair will come over to the front of her. Like, I'm going to erase those lines so her hair is in front of her butterfly body. Cute, 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 cute. I love this little childlike face for a little butterfly girl. And then I love this young lady face with her beautiful hair. And like I said, we're going to erase that line there. Try to get this where I can hold it. And I'm just going to trace this line, even though it's not perfectly centered. It's okay. It's alright. And I don't always stay on my lines because I can't. And that's okay too. So, there we have another one. And what I will do before I cut these out is I will take an eraser and kind of go over just in case there's any pencil marks on the inside. I will be doing that. So, there I have 3 girls done so far. And just getting my template here. So you see what I'm doing? Now all these are not going in that one book, but I just wanted to go ahead and do them and have them on hand so that whenever I do decide to put these in a art journal, I will have a whole bunch of them. I'll have 12 of them to choose. But I am going to put something of this in my spring art journal, and I might put more than one. But I don't believe I'll be putting all 12. Unless I just can't find nothing else to go in the book. I'll trace over that one. This line doesn't really matter. It's the black line that my marker line. Oh, and I was going to show something else. Let me see. Let me just trace this one out. I'll just show it on this because I can go back and do it on the other ones too later. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Alright, let's see. How did those go over? They look good. They look good. So, I'll leave this over here. And go ahead and just punch out, not punch, stamp out 2 more heads. Now this one is a little girl-like body. I mean head, like a young girl. And then whenever I trace around these, their bodies will clean up a little bit better. Cute. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really paying attention to which ones I do at this moment because I'm going to do them all, even those over there. So, I need to have a cutting party. Like, I need about 4 or 5 friends to come over and bring their scissors. And let's just have a cutting party of stuff I've already stamped out and painted or colored in. Oh, her head's crooked. She's like flying sideways there. But she's just like that. She's just a little bit goofy like that. And Now I'm going to have to explain to everybody every time I turn to that page that she flies sideways and that afro hair just a little too heavy for her. I think she's still cute. I might do her again though. But I think I will stamp her out one more time. But I still think she's cute. Alright, so the other thing that I forgot to do on those, did I do it on this one? Yeah, is doing these lines here. So what I will do is, I'm just going to kind of pencil them in. Like that. I still think she is cute, even though her head's a little cocked, because she could be looking down at some little children playing, you know. She could just be looking down or something. And I am trying to line these up with their necks there. And so, you seen how I kind of just did those short little lines connecting it. And so I've got more pencil there than I really want. But I'm going to come down and trace the lines that I do want. Same thing over here. There's no change on my thumb. I know some people probably want a little update on that. There's no change on my thumb. It's the same. No worse, no better. So, we'll just, you know, it's just a wait and see thing. Alright. And then I'll come back with my eraser. Or I might see if Big Daddy can do all this erasing. And just go all around it, the edges with the eraser to erase any lines that I don't want there. So what you think about my butterfly girls? I think I'm in love with them. Don't I just love everything, every new thing that I come up with? It's okay. It's okay. I'm allowed to do that. And you are too. I'm going to sharpen my pencil, though. Big Daddy fixed me some tea in my Hello Kitty mug. I don't know why it seems like y'all are so close. But anyway. Mostly I just drink sweet tea. Now, I do have chocolate milk and Boost and stuff like that I also drink. I hardly ever drink Coke or soda. Now, in the South, we just say Coke, and that covers everything. But I hardly ever drink soda. Mainly, the only time I ever drink soda, get this, is when I'm at the hospital, because there's nothing else to drink except soda. So that's the only time I ever drink Cokes or anything like that. And I would drink, you know, like Coke or Dr. Pepper. But anyway, saying that, what I'm trying to say is, I hardly ever drink Coke or anything, but today I'm kind of craving a Coke for some reason. I don't know, if we go out, I might get one. I just kind of been craving one today. For whatever reason. Now, I could change these up a little bit just so that they all don't have the same exact body. Like, before I do that, I could shorten these a little bit. Or, I know I can't go bigger, but I could go smaller if I wanted to. But, let's see. We have some more heads, so let's just see. Now, I did her. Okay. Oh. I do have some Frida Kahlo faces, too, in this stack, so that'll be cute. I like Frida Kahlo. We used to do a lot of Frida art and arts classes and stuff that I would teach. Oh man, I don't think I set this down correctly. Oh, it's saved. It's okay. I thought I had just ruined it, but it's okay. Maybe just a tad bit, but it'll be fine. Alright, and now I have this one that I call a ballerina girl. She's not a ballerina girl. I'm trying to think of the body she came with. I can't think of it, but there wasn't any ballerina ones. So there we have these two. And I'll just trace around them. I really like these. That one I might have went a little bigger outside my line, and I don't want to do that because it won't fit. I need to pick up some more of these markers too while we were out because they dry up fast. And all I've been doing with them is tracing. I just trace things, you know, but they seem to dry up pretty fast. All right, let's see. It's okay, Phoebes. Now she's a little slanted there, but it's alright. I think that's what gives them their character. If they all looked exactly the same, they would be the same, but we want them to look different and have different characters and stuff. Like some of these I could do striped, some of them I could do polka dots, zigzag, just different things, so they're not the same, you know. And then on these, some of them I might divide, you know, different ways. Some of them I might just leave like that and paint them or decorate them, doodle in them and stuff. So there's so much that can be done. And like I said, I will show those on a future video when I get these done. I'll come back and show you how they turned out. So stay tuned. She needs like some ballet shoes. I do have legs I could have put on her. I do have legs I could add to them, but really butterflies don't have legs. But anyway, that's how these two turned out. Cute. I'm just having fun. I love them. So if anybody, you know, needs to go, I understand. If you want to hang out and chat a little bit, that's great. Because I'm going to just do some more of these. Now, I'm going to jump over and use some of those over there. Now, some of those were in groupings and those can't be used. But the single ones, Let's just see how they look on a butterfly body. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I went too big. Can't go bigger. So what are you guys doing today? What's your plans for the weekend? I don't know if I don't know what we're doing, really. Just getting prescriptions is all I really know about. I'll kind of round this off a little bit. Oh, I got one more. I don't know what I'm thinking. I want me and Big Daddy to get some time to sit at the dining table to do some videos together. We've just got to, you know, get in there and do it. Sometimes he's in there working or doing something at his desk. You know, he writes. So he's in there writing a lot of times. And so, you know, don't want to stop him when he's going, you know. I think maybe it's kind of hard for me to do it straight on, but maybe if I turn this sideways and go from there, I can get it right in the middle. Oh, well, her head turned, but that's okay too, because she's just looking back over here. Like she's looking at whatever's on this page. Cute. I like her. I do. Now, which head was that? It was this one. Some people might think this is really weird to put heads on butterflies. And I don't know why you would think that. It just occurred to me that this might be weird to some people. All right. Oh, I like them. I like them. Yeah, her head is turned, but she's looking over here. So I have these two that I'm going to... The other ones were on a row, like it's three heads together. And I could do some dresses, stamp those, and then draw on dresses or cut out dresses with some paper, scrapbook paper, you know, stuff like that. I want to look and see if scrapbook paper is on sale at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I probably don't need to go get any today, but I do want to check and see if it's on sale. I got doctor's appointments this next week, Monday, Wednesday, and then Friday we have to go to Shreveport to see my pain doctor and let him check my pump, and then he's going to automatically schedule me for surgery. Now, I am just cutting it close there because something had happened. We didn't have a way to go. My car, Big Daddy's car, was messed up, and I just do not trust my car to get on the interstate and go that far. And so and I think I had appointments here all that week too. And Big Daddy just was not going to be able to take off work all that time. He had a lot going on at work, some meetings and stuff. And so I tried to reschedule my appointment with him. I called to reschedule, and the appointment they gave me was March the 20th, and this was way back in January. So I have not been using my boluses for my pain pump. I'm allowed 6 boluses a day, and I have not been using them because it uses up more of your medicine. And so I'm trying to be easy on that, right? Using common sense and being easy on it. So anyway, whenever I see him on Friday and he looks to see how much medicine's in my thing and all, I'm assuming it's going to be kind of lowish. And he's going to go ahead and schedule me for my refill surgery. Yeah, I really can't wait to get around and on these and play around with them. I might even use like some of my punches, my paper punches, and do like stars. Some of them might have stars on them or stuff like that. I might use some of my circle punches, and like I could paint this or color it with a marker or whatever, and then take some of my circle punches and punch them out and then just glue it on there. It would be a lot easier that way. So here we have these two sassy girls. So I just think they're turning out really cute. I came up with this idea and I couldn't wait to get in here to do it. And so this morning I was thinking about coming in here and doing this, but the cats were laying on me. So as soon as they all got up, I didn't disturb them. I just let them sleep. But as soon as they all got up, yeah, I definitely need an art foamy. This shape right here. Because that would be... Ooh, that would be a lot easier. Having this art foamy. And it would work well with all the heads. Well, these are discontinued. So after this month, people can't buy these heads. But, oh, those are too. Never mind. Well, the people who do have them, that's what I'm thinking. The people who do have them could use them. And I might end up doing some more bodies, not butterflies, but different bodies and such that those heads could be used on, because I have them and they could be used to create new people, obviously. All right, now let's see. I have 2 more of these single heads, so what did I do with those? Okay, I put them up there. All right, so there we go with 2 more, and I'll go ahead and draw in their little lines here. All right. I just love doing these crazy little things. I really, really, really love the art foamies, and I know I've said that multiple times, but I don't think I can say it enough. Honestly, I just don't think I can say that enough. Like, I don't think people realize what the art foamies has done for me. And they came into my life just at the right time. And then, you know, my thumb started acting up, like, and it was just like, I needed those in my life before my thumb acted up, because when my thumb started acting up, being that I've been through this 7 times, I kind of know different feelings, you know. And so when I got really, I would get really worried quickly there. But knowing that I had these art foamies in my life and that I can do these, I think just made things a little easier for me. There we go. These two look a little similar, but yet they are different. But they do look, maybe they're sisters. And like I said, I'm going to go back with the eraser before I actually decorate them to get any pencil line out. Now, I got those done. Was it 6 of those or 4? 1, 2, I don't know. Just 4 of them? Yeah. So far, I'm just doing these on cardstock. I will eventually do some on watercolor paper and watercolor paint them, but I'm just kind of testing them out right now. And then probably I'll pick the ones that I like the most and do it on cardstock, on watercolor paper. Oops. All right. All right, so I have a few more heads here. I have some more with long hair. She's cute. She's got long hair. So her hair will come down over her front of her butterfly body. Some of these have bigger heads and some have smaller heads, you know. Oh, she's cute. I love her face with her freckles. Oh, it's darling, darling, darling. Now here's the bead one. I just love her. Very cute. Very cute. Okay. There we go. Well, it definitely went over an hour. If you're still here, hello, hello, hello. I know sometimes when I'm watching some of my YouTubers and they're gone in like 15 minutes, I'm just like, well, wait, we just got started. So sometimes I definitely do like the longer videos, but I realize longer videos take more of your time. So some people, you know, are stressed, short on time or something, not stressed, but short on time. And so we all understand that too. All right. I already know this one is going to be striped in the middle. Just to match up with her neck there, so I'm just going to continue to make her some stripes. I do want to share more about the art foamies one day, exactly like how I feel about them and what have they done for me. So I'll probably do that on the day that I'm stamping out my art foamies in my notebook. I'm going to give another shout out to art foamies and just give a little testimony of what they have done for me and what I foresee them doing for me. It's just so funny and crazy how like my life is just keeps changing, and you know I have to change with it and do new things. Look at that. I like it. I'll go back and thicken up some of these. But I really do like her sweet face. I'm going to try to finish these up just in case anybody, you know, is trying to stay till the end to see what all the different ones look like. I'm going to try to go ahead and finish them up. But then I'm going to use my alcohol markers and color them in and do different things to them and then cut them out. These are really easy to cut out too. And then I'll show them in another video. Okay. Let's stamp out a couple heads. I think we have 4 left. Now she is a beautiful one too. She has hair that will hang down in the front. Oh yes, so pretty, so pretty. Now she is different. She is one of these girls, but they might work too. I haven't. Those are 3 sisters. They're not really. They're just 3 girls. I call them the sisters. Those were by KP. These calendar girls, KP and Megan. KP is the owner of art foamies, and Megan is another journal artist out there. And so they collaborated together and made these calendar girls and some faraway girls. And this year they're making the Changels. That's the angel ones. Now I should have another Frito Fay. There it is. Okay, her head is way off center. So she's gonna have to get back together here. But anyway, I do like their art. And obviously I do, right? But I like their girls that they are doing every year. And KP is also doing some, this one I need to do something different. I'm going to erase all this. Oh. Okay, I need to come up here and start. She's gonna have a super long head there. Oh. All right. And she has a one more Frito face to do. Actually, I'm going to try to use those three girls over there, the three sisters that I call them, because they might work too. Now I went too big on this, so I'm going to bring it in. All right. Okay, that looks good. And then I'll, like I said, do any pencil erasings. But I really do like her and the way her hair comes down over the front. And then there's the Frida one. Frida Kahlo. We used to do a lot of paintings, like canvas paintings of Frida Kahlo and different things. Dakota even made a Frida Kahlo cake one time, didn't he? Okay. I'm going to try those bigger heads on here and just see how they fit proportional wise. And then I would need to do one more. Or actually, I'd probably draw out two more of these. And then one of the ones that I did the head sideways, I could redo it. I'd have to pick one though. Okay. So we know one of these is the little Frida Kahlo head. So I don't think I've done her. There she goes. All right, and then I'm going to pick one of these and just go ahead and stamp it. So as I was doing these, did you have a favorite? We'll look back through them real quick. I'm going to do those last two of those girls. Wasn't planning on doing those, but they just look like they want me to do them, so yes, they deserve to be done. They deserve their chance. I like that little Frida face here with her cheeks. Whew. All right, and let me go ahead and just trace this one's out. And then my marker will be good and dry, so I can just come back and, erase off all the pencil lines. And then decorate them. Coloring them in. Like I said, I'm going to use marker. And this one's going to be striped too, and that looks very funny and odd the way it is, but I'm going to stripe it up right now. All right. So, oh yeah, I was going to go ahead and do these two. So I did that one. All right, so there's, now I'm going to do the last two. Last two coming up. And then we'll just look at them all real quick. And so everybody can just see them one last time to say which one was your favorite. My thumb is getting getting angry at me. Trying not to touch the, very, very sore spots of it, but it's still getting angry at me. I don't want to get off too much because I still need it to fit my pages, right? Okay. Now, let me see these last two heads and we'll just see how they fit. And they may not look right because they might be off proportion. she's cheeky looking. I like the shape of her face. Alright, and then I'll just like erase all that stuff around her so she still turns out good. And actually what I'll do is I'm going to change these up. Gotta do something over here too. So I'm changing the shape of these just a little because it's stamped out that way. Let me just go ahead and erase. And over here, I'm changing it also. I think I'm going to go relax my thumb for a little bit. See what Big Daddy wants to do about going to Walmart. If we're going to slide in there at 6:50 or if we're going to go earlier. I don't ever want to slide in at 6:50. Okay, so really and truly, this is what I'll erase these right here. Those lines will be erased. It's just the black line. So now the butterfly goes with her shoulders there. And she kind of has on a shirt. So anyway, that's what we have for these. Now, that was all of them, right? Because I did do this one. Which one is she? Yeah, she's the headband. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to number these as we look back through them. And we're just going to call this number 1 and number 2. I want you guys to see them a little better, you know. So it's number 1 and 2. Number 3 and number 4. You can't really see the numbers, but you know as I'm saying it, so you can pick which number is your favorite. So those were 3 and 4. Now here's number 5 and 6. Seven and 8. I think 8 might be like one of my favorites. 8. And then we have 9 and 10. And we have 11 and 12. Now, I really do like her, and I like the way her head is cocked because she's looking over there like, what are you doing? Or what are you talking about? What do they got? So I like things that, different angles and all. It does give people different characters, just a little different thought to them. And here we have 13, and I probably try to make her like pink or ballet or something. I don't know. And then this one is 14. And then we have 15 and 16. 17 and 18. And number 19, and the last one, is this one right here. Number 19. So what do you guys think? I appreciate you hanging out with me today. This was a super long video. But if you didn't have anything else going on, then we got to hang out together and just enjoy our company. So this one was number 19, the moth with the butterfly body. I like them all, really. I think they all just have different character looks and so much going on. But I'm going to let you all get going so you can go on and do something else today. Have fun, enjoy your day, do something that brings you happiness, and I will see you all in the next video, friends. Bye.